What about, so let's talk about, obviously, I'm sure that everybody wants to bring this up to you. So what about the whole, Kathy and the Trump bloody head?
Yeah, that one was a shocker too. When I saw that, my phone started blowing up.
It did. Like, people still, I mean, you don't work for Kathy anymore. Like, people
Yeah.
still.
Like, people are like, have you talked to Kathy? Like, did you know she was doing? I'm like, no, I'm not in her day-to-day, like, what she's doing anymore. I didn't even know she had a photo shoot. And I mean, what she says in her stand-up specials and her documentary that she does is kind of what she's told me. So I've never really sat down with her to be like, what was going on? Like, whose idea was, like, I never got those details from her, but I kind of know everything that everyone else knows pretty much about that situation.
Yeah, I didn't realize, because I saw her, like one of the last shows she did, like in New York, and I was like, oh, like this act is, like the act is different now. It's not
Yeah.
really pop culture as much. It's all
Yeah.
political, which I get it. And then I didn't realize, like, I mean, because I don't really read a lot of things. I'm just so busy
Hmm.
watching TV and doing this job. I didn't
Yeah.
realize, like, the whole extent of how, like, the government was involved. I mean, I
Oh
knew there
yeah.
were ramifications, but, like, to hear her tell these stories of, like, like, I was literally, like, scared for my life. Like, this
Oh
is,
no, like, yeah, like the FBI knocking on her door, like stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I know. That was all shocking to me too. Like, I mean, and she's still dealing with ramifications to this day. So, and it's been what, almost 4 years. Yeah, that's all crazy. I don't know how she handled all that.
I mean, so one of the fallouts obviously was publicly losing her. I mean, she lost a lot of things, but losing the whole CNN gig with Anderson Cooper. And then it got ugly between her and our friends Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper. So what do you feel about all of that? Like, what was your relationship like? Did you have a lot of exposure to Andy? Like, were you ever on Watch What Happens Live? Do we even have Watch What Happens Live back then? I need to check the dates.
Yeah, I was the bartender once. So when she was on. So I have been on the show. I've had interaction with him. Um, I mean, her and Andy kind of just always butted heads. I mean, she always butts heads with executives because she wants the show. I mean, it's her show. She wants it to be what she wants. So she always would just fight for what she wants, back in the day. The whole Anderson thing, that surprised me because they were such good friends. I'd met Anderson a bunch of times. I was actually there with them a few times for New Year's Eve on the platform, seeing everything that they did together. They had a great relationship, a great friendship. They enjoyed doing the show together. So I felt sad for her when that happened. And I honestly had no idea how close Andy and Anderson were, like during when I was with Kathy, because they kind of never mentioned each other. All of them never hung out, like none of that. It was just always Kathy and Anderson, and Kathy would only see Andy for work things. But yeah, no, I felt sad for her. I mean, she loved Anderson. She loved her relationship with him, and she was really good friends with Gloria Vanderbilt, his mom. So, I mean, I just felt bad that she lost her friend.
So it was really just Anderson that she was friends with. Andy was more of like her work boss.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.